must feel like a home fixture for you.
Thank you.
Oh, we all love Tom.
Thank you. Thank you. It's really nice.
It's nice, isn't it? It's
Very-
a big
very
involvement.
warm.
We're a superstar. That's what it is. What about the movie? Because we saw you there with the grey hair.
Yes.
It was like a preview of Tom.
I guess so.
To come. Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Playing a wonderful sociopath. Wonderful in the sense, a very interesting character.
Yeah, very.
So multi-layered. An interesting point about him, he's actually quite a charming man, an intelligent, articulate man, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, one of the things is you look at these antisocial personalities, they aren't one-dimensional. You know, people who bring chaos into our lives. And, you know, one quote, Churchill said he's glad he never met Hitler because he might have been charmed by the little devil. You know? So that interested me in playing a character like this, that they're not just, you know, one-dimensional. People aren't.
And also, too, although there is a sociopath, which means that, you know, there's a connection there that's rather loose. He's not like the rest of us. But he doesn't see himself as being that at all, does he? I mean, he argues with the cabbie about, you know, the rights of his job. I get rid of scum, he says. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You know, you look at people like that, you've got to almost not listen to what they're saying necessarily, but look at what do they create in the environment. You know, what are their... If they're a business, what are their products in life? Are they wreaking chaos? Or are they bringing sanity? And it's definitely, you look at Vincent as someone who doesn't bring sanity, brings chaos.
What about the sort of allure of a part like that? I mean, when you obviously get you're Tom Cruise. I mean, you're the biggest film star in the world. You're a big producer. You're a big wheeler dealer in Hollywood, the biggest. But you are that. You know, you are that. You've got more clout than anybody else. I mean, $4 billion at the box office ain't hay, as they say. So people listen. But my point is, when a script comes along, you must have 1,000 scripts. What makes you choose that from any other of the 1,000 scripts that you get?
I just read something and I respond. I just have an emotional response to it. And then first time I read a script, I just read as if I'm an audience. And Michael Mann sent me the screenplay with photographs of Los Angeles. Originally, the film took place in New York City. And when he moved it to LA, he sent me almost it was an art motif of what he wanted, and it really evoked a lot of emotion. And that's how I decide. Then I'll read it again and I'll look at the character, and it's not necessarily an analytical choice for me. It's just, do I feel, is this something? And a lot of times I don't really analyze it till later.
And yet, yes, I'm going to make the point, because later on what you do, I mean, you spend lots and lots of times analysing a character. You even write histories about your characters, don't you?
Yeah, build up a whole history.
So what's the history of this sociopath?
Well, you know, because the nature of the story, it takes place in 10 hours, so you have to create the 40 years prior to that to inform the scenes. And finding out certain moments. When does this character become fractured? Does he become fractured? How and why? And so you create a whole background and do a lot of research. I spent 5 months working with Michael Mann, and I had weapons training. And you train, and work and structure a character. I mean, this is a character that came from Indiana, and just even it informs the choices of the kind of suit that he wears. You know, he's rough trade in a good suit. So all of that history will inform his behavior, so that when you show up and you start working, that it just happens.
The relationship between him and the taxi driver is of course, the fulcrum of the film. It's the very heart of the movie. And it's about two very disparate characters. One who's a gentle and kind and quiet man, and the other one who's, as you said, a chaos bringer. Yes. There's some lovely scenes between you and this guy. Let's have a look at one of them.
Thank you. Okay, look, here's the deal. And you were going to drive me around tonight and never be the wiser, but El Gordo got in front of a window, did his high dive. We're into plan B. Still breathing? Now, we got to make the best of it. Improvise, adapt to the environment, Darwin. Happens, I Ching, whatever, man. We got to roll with it.
I Ching, what are you talking about, man? You threw a man out of a window.
I didn't throw him. He fell.
But what did he do to you?
What?
What did he do to you?
Nothing. I only met him that night.
You just met him once and you kill him like that?
What, I should only kill people after I get to know them?
No.
Max, 6 billion people on the planet, you're getting bent out of shape because of one fat guy.
Well, who was he?
What do you care? Have you ever heard of Rwanda?
Yes, I know Rwanda.
Well, tens of thousands killed before sundown. Nobody's killed people that fast since Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Did you bat an IMAX?
What?
Did you join Amnesty International, Oxfam, Save the Whale, Greenpeace or something? No. I offer one fat Angelino and you throw a hissy fit.
Man, I don't know any Rwandans.
You don't know the guy in the trunk either.
So that's the counterpoint of that relationship,
Yes.
which builds to the film to an extraordinary climax.
Yes. It's interesting when you look at characters like this, and I think people like that have no sense of responsibility for what they've done. And I really find that people want to justify, everyone thinks they're right and they justify what they do. And, finding that it's that urban ironic humor is something that Michael Mann and I discussed and worked very hard to try to capture that, but have it be totally embodied within the character of Vincent. But it is that counter. I mean, really, Max is a middle-class American, where you look at Vincent, who's a guy who came from very, lower class, was the kind of background that we gave him, and just informs these scenes, his whole philosophy of life.
You're such a man of the movies. I mean, you grew up in movies, didn't you, basically? I mean, you started at a very young age.
I love movies.
You did?
I love movies.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the thing. I cut grass and delivered newspapers so that I could save my money and go to the movies. I never thought I'd one day be acting in them and have that opportunity.
So it was just a dream. You never thought
It's just
it
a
would
dream.
come true,
No. It just... One day I said, I'd actually saved money to go to, I was going to go to France, and I was going to ride a bicycle through France, and I had saved about $900, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to go to New York, and I'm going to try it. Went to 15 different schools, and I just went, and it was actually my, actors hate hearing this. It was my first film audition. I got the role. And,
It's not easy, isn't it, really?
Yeah,
I mean, what are they making it so difficult about?
What's so hard about this? What are you talking about?
When you were back in your childhood, before you took this journey, and you were that child who was looking at movies, Errol Flynn, I guess, and all that sort of stuff.
Casablanca. When I heard that music that you have Casablanca, every time I see, have you all seen Casablanca?
Oh, who's not seen Casablanca?
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Beautiful movie. Ingrid Bergman. I was in love with her.
Who was? I had her on the show and I couldn't keep my hand.
Did you have her on her show?
I did.
Oh,
I did.
gosh.
And I just stared at her and said nothing for about 10 minutes. I mean, you used to do impressions, didn't you, as a child?
Yes.
You know it's
I
coming,
used to do
don't you?
skits. Yeah, you want me to do impressions?
Please.
Billy Connolly's coming on later. He's funny. You all really want to see impressions? I used to do impressions of Humphrey Bogart and John Wayne and Jimmy Cagney and Woody Woodpecker and Donald Duck. I used to do, what was it, like Donald Duck as John Wayne.
How does that go?
Okay. Oh, God, you're terrible. All right. You all don't want to hear this, do you?
I'm milking it. Come on, John.
I'm hoping you're going to let me off the hook.
No.
Okay, I'll do...
That's very good.
I was just, I need a little warm-up for that.
Now, we'll get all the embarrassment over in one area right now. Because you also, your first role at school was as in a song and dance. You did Guys and Dolls.
Oh, man, I am not going there, man.
Luck be a lady tonight. So was that Nathan Detroit? He sang
Yes,
that?
Nathan Detroit. I did Nathan Detroit.
And?
Isn't Billy Connolly coming
No,
on the
he-
show? Gospel singers. The girls asked me
We
backstage. They go, okay. How's the first song go? What is it? Luck be a lady tonight. Something like that.
Never.
Luck be a lady tonight.
Luck be a lady. I'm the fella you came in with.
Oh, you know that.
Luck be a lady
tonight.